meeting, but as of today, we'll be collecting dues. It's $35 for the year, and this will cover you through all of 2026. Since we're all the members here, I'll just point out the member benefits include our library of books, magazines, and CDs on various wood and turning projects. We've got the coffee and donuts. We've got show and tell, and that works in many ways. That it's a good way to see technique and new ideas, and we have the sharpening station for people who would need that, and the mentorship. As I mentioned, yes, we've got every month on the newsletter, you get the list of people that formally have put their name in as a mentor, but I find that almost every member of the club is willing to share their expertise and what they can offer. So it's a good group of people. Treasurer's report, our club's treasury has $13,520.80. For new business, for today's meeting, we're going to have 3 shorter project demonstrations. For November, we're going to be looking at potential Christmas gifts. And in December, Ron Campbell will be showing his pewter casting techniques for incorporating that into turn projects. Since November is for Christmas gifts, we're looking forward to any suggestions for potential Christmas gifts. Also in November, there will be election of officers that Doug Brink's time in office goes through 2026. Ron Vincent, Vice President, through 2026. Tom Penninga for equipment through 2026. But the treasurer, Pete Vandermeer, goes through 2025. I go through 2025. Ron Campbell, 2025. And David Bungie, 2025. So there are opportunities if anyone wants to step in.
Whoever invented this deserves a raise.
I think I can do it better.
Take a string and a pencil.
Please do. In November, after the meeting, Tom Penninga has been able to organize a new City Kids turning to show 7 teens how to turn wood. Currently only has 3 mentors, and if he can't get additional mentors, he may have to cancel that. That's with the lays that we have here set up, just like we have the hands-on sessions, and it would be just guiding them through making a nice but straightforward bowl here. So if you are able to help out, it just will follow next month's meeting. Talk to Tom Penninga so we can see if we can come through on that. By coincidence, it's November 15th, which is opening day of deer season for people who are hunting. Yeah, that I was anxious to help out, but I have a number of brother-in-laws that expect me up at deer camp. They need backup. That okay. In the December meeting, we'll be handing out the Ron Denbroder Award to 2 members, $100 each. One award will be Members' Choice and the other will be judged. The details of that are getting worked out. And then it says, give everyone a 10-minute break to make sure they have enough donuts and coffee, and then we'll start the demonstrations with Pete Vandermeer is going to be demonstrating inlay of abalone in projects. Dave Curley is going to show surface texturing on the kaleidoscopes, and Tom Penninga is going to present the three-legged stool. And then also, remember, we've always got an excellent raffle. Any questions? We'll do, okay, yeah, let's start, because everyone was eating, etc. Let's go ahead and start show and tell. So people with show and tell can bring them up here. You get a free raffle ticket and speak into the microphone.
I grabbed this out of my workshop. It's been sitting around. Obviously, I did make this. This is an abalone shell. Peter's going to do a little demo a little bit later on this, but you get to see what the shell looks like before the pieces that you get out of it. I've been wanting to do something with this for years and years, and I've said that gets it somewhat hazardous if you try to break it up. As you can see down the inside where all the pretty little pieces are down the side, but that's an abalone shell.
Okay, I'm looking at what those are going to look like when you get them on. So, I ran out of pine needles. So, I still have lots of that. But I started. This is Cecil rope. It's just, you go to the hardware, you get rope, and same technique. The one is in the back is box elder. A little bit of flame in it, so and it was kind of looked like it could have been a natural edge bowl, but it was kind of truncated. So I've been kind of using that technique and putting windows on either side like that. And then this piece here is cherry, and that was a piece that I did in the Kalamazoo Club a month ago with Rudy Lopez. So he was the professional that we had up there, and we did like ABCs of bowls one day, and then ABCs in the morning and XYZs in the afternoon. And this XYZs is a little bit of curving in, if you can. Once I looked at that, I was like, all right, what does that do with the coiling? So it kind of goes in one side. I'm trying to follow contour or imagine the contour of the bowl extended up. So that's basically what those are. So those one is sinew. It's fake sinew. It's plastic, wax plastic sinew, and then the other one is linen thread. So I don't like the wax sinew that much, especially the white, because it kind of ghosts out. It gets dirty as you go along, so you know where the beginning of one piece and the end of another piece starts, so anyway, that's great.
I'm back again. As I mentioned, Christmas ideas. My wife bakes and also plays in the shop, and she doesn't like to have her nice rings get all dirty, so that this is one version of a ring jewelry tray that you can have by the kitchen sink, and it's easy to take the ring off and just put it on the post or things like that rather than going down the kitchen sink. And once you see that, you say, well, gee, there are many variations you can make on it, often with just pieces of wood you have around the shop, but they can have a purpose. This bowl is spalted beech that I think it is nature's beautiful spalting. It turns well, but it's hard to get a final piece. That I started out with a tree log that was about 10 feet long, and cutting the segments and then halving them and just coming to the punchline. Beech splits terribly. That's why wood burners like it, that it splits very nicely, but it splits when you don't want it. That a majority of you take all the work of cutting the tree, cutting them down the middle, and then I rough turn them, but as they dried, they severely split. I kept one section and I'd cut it down the middle. I sealed the ends and I just had it drying in my garage all summer. We cut the tree in February, and I kept checking the tops of it. Oh, barely any little cracks here, and the moldy ends started showing up. So moisture content had gone from over 50% down to about 18%. And I then took the two halves and cut them round and did the rough turning. And this spalting looks good and it's not cracked. And so I did the rough turning, resealed it with shellac, and let it dry further below 10%. And this is the final turning.
I'll be brief. This isn't really turning oriented. It's color oriented. I always like the rich, deep purple that cherry gets after 100 years. And I couldn't find a stain. Anyway, I found the answer years and years ago. It's called quicklime. It's different than regular lime. But you just mix this stuff up. It's a white powder. You mix it up in water. You got to be careful because it is reactive and it's caustic. Oh, I'm sorry. But that's two pieces of the same wood. One is just a natural cherry with some coat of lacquer. The other one is with that quicklime. It takes like 5 minutes. The longer it's on, the deeper it penetrates. I don't know how it would do with like an oil like I usually do. That's why I sprayed it with lacquer. I'm still playing around with it, but it ages cherry very quickly, 5 minutes. Well, that's it.
So good morning, I'm Tom. I watch Facebook Marketplace for wood that people put out there, and this guy had about $100, wood turning blanks. So I went there and he had all pin blanks, which I'm not interested in. Some people are, but I'm not. But then he said, I do have this one piece of babinga. So finding a piece of babinga that big that's made out of one piece of wood is pretty rare. I've never seen one, and I might never see another one. So I did make a platter out of it. Turned out I'm really happy with it. So.